do like project updates.
I also can present on just, we just don't.
Oh, he's got it.
Yet. Okay.
He's got boards, I think.
Alright.
So you can get started a couple of times. Oh, yeah.
I'm not the chairman, he's the chairman.
That's
I'm
right.
just sitting here because it's open.
Shall we wait till he gets in and puts his boards up on the easel?
No, well, the mayor has an event he has to get to,
Yeah, so
so,
we can,
yeah.
we should start.
Okay,
yeah, we should start.
okay.
Okay, could you call the roll, please?
Yes, Chairman Robert Restaino,
Here.
Vice Chair Richard Updegrove,
There,
Secretary Andrea Kleizak.
Here.
Roll complete.
Thank you. The next item is a review of the minutes from December 18th of the Board of Directors.
I'll move those.
Budget Committee membership. Thank you. Second? Anyone opposed? Thank you. I know that we have an action item for Tremont Street, and I understand that we're waiting for some additional
Nope, they're here.
participants.
Nope, they're here.
Okay, great. So, I'm sorry?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this is a presentation for a proposed project, a portion of 445 Tremont Street in North Tonawanda. Brian Smith with People Inc. I'm sure is in the room.
I am, thanks, Mayor. Am I okay staying here for,
You can do whatever you
Yes,
want.
sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as you can see.
Matt, why don't you start with the board if you don't mind? Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
Give a quick breakdown here. So, I'm sure many of you are aware that at People Inc., we are in the process of developing a potential project at DeGraff Memorial Hospital. It's in the vacant 5-story bed tower portion of the campus, which is along Tremont.
You want facing here or close to you? So, this one.
Yeah, just in the mayor. can see it.
Alright. Cool. Hopefully it's for both.
And so the basics of the project are, it'll be 70 units. It is a affordable senior housing project. There will be about 6,000 square feet on the first floor of the project that we will use for our own People Inc. Agency space, which will be employee training along with a room that will be dedicated for other services that we provide. It's a great project. DeGraff has been vacant. This part of DeGraff has been vacant for a number of years. We were working closely with Kaleida to develop this project. Kaleida has been working for a long time to try to find someone. One of the reasons that it's taken so long is because it is an extremely expensive project. And part of the cost associated with that is related to the asbestos abatement, the interior demo, and then just the way that construction costs are right now. And so I reached out to Amy at some point last year to talk a little bit about kind of what the situation was and whether or not it was a fit. When I worked for the city of Lockport, we partnered with Amy on a number of projects in Lockport to help with different abatement, and kind of got the process going to submit an application to be considered here. So with that, I'd take any questions about the project. The project has already been, we've gotten our local approvals from the Niagara County Planning Board, from the City of North Tonawanda Planning and Zoning Boards. We are working on getting our application to HCR through the state for the housing tax credits that would be required to do the project. The best case scenario for timing would be that we find out in 2027 that we've been funded through HCR and would hopefully start construction at the end of 2027, or a 2029 project completion and like rent up. So this is, it's a type of project that will take some time here, but having a commitment from this board would go a long way for us being successful in securing those tax credits from HCR.
Is all the funding in place? So HCR, the only thing you need from them are tax credits?
Yes, but that's a pretty big thing. And if those don't come through, the rest of it doesn't work.
I shouldn't say all you need from them. It's limited there, so their support would be limited to tax credits.
That's right.
But the funding itself for the build out and renovation, that is already all in place.
No, if all of it comes from that HCR tax credit is what makes it all. Come on, guys. Sorry. And I should have started here too. That was Matt Long from Long Associates, who's our architect on the project. And then we have Russell Knight and Dave Pollock from CSS, who are the general contractors on the project.
Okay, and then the 500,000, is that a grant or revolving loan?
Grants.
So since they're not for profit,
Yeah.
so they would qualify just like a regular municipality?
Yes,
It's a grant, okay.
Yeah.
Now, that's why I was asking about the funding, because I assumed it was a grant.
yes.
So how does that work? In other words, do you hold the grant funds in escrow pending the rest of acquiring the rest of the financing, and then use the grant monies?
Yes, we wouldn't even take ownership until the funding is in place. So I think what we're looking for is an approval contingent upon actually taking the
Yes,
project.
our approval here has to be, of course, will be contingent on them getting fee simple ownership of that property. So we can approve it today, that money will be set aside. We will not grant that out or loan that out to anyone else. It will be spoken for, but the actual money won't be distributed until we have.
Scott, I can't make out what you're saying.
Sorry, Mayor.
Because it's probably answering the question that's in my mind.
Yeah, so what I was saying was our approval today will be contingent upon People Inc. obtaining fee simple title to the property. And none of that would happen until they have all of their funding in place. And so our approval today would allocate this $500,000 of our revolving loan fund money, but it would not actually be distributed until that contingency is fulfilled. They get ownership of the property. Then we would do an actual grant agreement and execute that, and the money would be distributed as they incur their costs.
Why did you refer to it as our revolving loan fund money if it's a grant? Is it all the same? It's all revolving loan fund money?
Yeah.
And we issue grants and
Yes,
loans out of the
Yes.
revolving loan fund.
yes.
So when you say revolving loan, that you refer to.
That's just title.
I understand.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I understood it.
It's grants for not-for-profits,
So-
loans for profits.
Yes.
So when we appropriate this and commit it, now it's sort of sequestered, am I right?
Yes, it's spoken for. So that money would not be allocated anywhere else unless and until this project either moves forward or we're notified that they're not going to go forward, and then we can reallocate that money.
And if I'm understanding correctly from what the presentation was, that's somewhere out in late this year or next?
We'd be applying this year through HCR, and we would be notified whether or not we were funded in spring of '27. But we do need we need to know if the funds have been set aside for us in time for our application, which is this year, and it opens up in the summer.
Okay. Any other questions?
One other note
Okay.
I should mention, Mayor, sorry, is there's the fee simple contingency. There's also one contingency that was brought up by BRS that they complete a phase 1 on the property, but they've got plenty of time to do that.
Yeah, it has to be done within 180 days prior to taking title. It can't be any sooner than 180 days prior. So that's something that, we'll just keep in touch
Yes.
with, as it moves forward. And then, do you want to show the renderings since you want them?
Sure, yeah, Matt, you want to quickly?
I have a quick question.
Sure.
So you'll be notified in the spring of 27?
If we got funded from our 2026 application, yes.
I don't remember how much money you have, so maybe this is the wrong point, but like, do you put, like, for
Over the
set
funds?
aside the funding, like, do you put an expiration of like,
No. So we have a loan that has been sitting for 2 years. That they have not.
Good enough for an hour, but I'd kind of fit
And that money is kind of set
Base
aside
it
too.
towards,
does that limit the amount of funding for other projects?
Yes
You know
and
what
no,
I'm saying?
I understand that, but so this one, so I think if there was one project, it would be timing wise, so it would be Evans first, because that's what's
Yeah,
been there for 2 years. But then the other thing with us too is if this is approved today, it'll give us the opportunity to apply for supplemental funds, which is the application's due on the 16th of March. Without
Okay.
this, we won't be
All right.
eligible.
So, thank you. Simple.
Okay, so been instructed to keep it that way. So we'll do a little of this. We'll do a little of both.
Okay.
All right. So I don't know. It's a little wacky. Okay. So
So,
can you still see this, Mayor? If I turn it this way a little bit.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So
Yep.
hopefully you can see here. This is the existing Kaleida campus. It's back here. I don't know if I'm gonna move or not, but existing Kaleida campus is back in this zone here. We are taking down a portion of the building here to construct parking in the rear, as well as improve the 5-story bed tower. So this is part of the whole proposal work. As we're saying, we're already approved by planning in Niagara County, planning in North Tonawanda, and ZBA. So we're ready to go on that end. The new property line would be contiguous to their existing building here, and then this area in the back for parking. And then, this is actually the wrong side plan here. Sorry about that. So this is the revised one where with the parking over here, but very similar. And then across the street, also coming with the project, this was owned by Kaleida prior. This is parking for the project as well. So we have parking in the rear and nice green space in the back. So just to reiterate, it's the reason it's because the timing, you have to have a project that's ready for funding, showing all your sources. This makes us very competitive and closes the gap to allow us to achieve, hopefully get funded first go around. So thank you for your time. Any other questions or?
Great. I saw it. Thank you.
Okay, good.
So the 4.2 million, that's just for remediation? That's not the project.
No, the project.
That's just, does that include taking that building down?
Yes.
So it's taking down the building and then remediating all the asbestos?
In the tall tower, it's remediating all the asbestos inside the 5-story building, which is the majority of where the asbestos is. It's within inside the walls.
Okay. What do you think the project's gonna cost? I mean, it's not relevant to this per se, 'cause you can get funding for it before we move forward. But if you put some thought into that, or?
Yes. The construction cost is,
It is close to 26 million.
and so with soft cost, I mean, it's a $30 million project.
Was that 26 million?
26 million, yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't have any questions.
Now, Amy, there was a memo that was also attached that I'm assuming members have read. Anything you want to highlight out of that memo?
No, I mean, the financial review, it was very positive. People Inc. is an established organization. They've done similar projects in other parts of Western New York. From the environmental perspective, really the only issue, not even issue, is just condition that the phase 1 is done prior to 180 days to take title. And that's a federal requirement. So that's something we just have to make sure is abided by in terms of the grant funds. But I think it's a great project. I definitely think it's a good use of the money, especially since, a $500,000 investment is going to turn into, a $30 million return. I think it's a great project.
Okay, so I want to thank People Inc. for coming in. I mean, obviously now the board will make a determination on your request. And Amy, I'm assuming as soon as we've decided what we're going to do here, you'll be connecting with them?
Yes, I can provide you a copy of this.
Oh,
awesome.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you again, everyone. Good seeing everyone.
Bye.
We're all good?
Yep.
Okay, great. Anybody else have any other questions, anything at all that you want to discuss now? Okay, so the next action item obviously is the resolution authorizing the grant. You've all seen the resolution in front of you. So if you call the roll, please.
Robert Restaino,
Yes.
Richard Updegrove,
Yes.
Andrea Kleizak.
Yes.
Roll complete.
Okay, thank you. Amy, you've got some project updates.
Yeah, just really quickly, Junior's Truck Stop, I'm happy to say that that project is completed. We received the letter from DEC, closing out the spill that was on the property and acknowledging that remediation was done. And the final disbursement was submitted to the city of Niagara Falls. So that project is complete.
Amy,
Yeah,
I don't know if I've gotten a copy of the letter from DEC. That will be helpful for me with
Yeah.
regard to the, forward-looking use.
absolutely. I will make sure it's sent to you. I think it was sent to the planning office, but I will send you a copy. I'll do
Thank
that
you
today.
so much. And I'm sorry, the next one, River Road.
So 2020 River Road, that's a cleanup sub-grant. We're still working through that project.
Is that the one that's gonna be a park?
Yes,
Oh.
yeah. So the DEC just got back to us about the wetlands and they've approved our wetlands delineation. We're still waiting on the Army Corps of Engineers. They've had the report since August, so it's just taking a really long time to get through their process. And we can't move forward with the cleanup design until the Army Corps of Engineers agrees with the wetlands that we've identified, because we can't be doing work in the wetlands without specific permits. So we have to make sure we know what permits we need.
You know what we could do to avoid that whole process? Just throw some solar panels on it, because the state doesn't care.
It's too small.
They
It's
don't
only
care.
4
You put solar on it, it doesn't matter what you're killing or destroying. Just throw it on. You think I'm kidding?
I know you're not
Drop a
kidding.
solar panel out there today, we'll have it remediated in a week.
You're not kidding. You're not kidding at all.
No, not at all. So that was moving forward. We are gonna do some, community engagement stuff. We're hoping to do that in April. And then we have another meeting with the, residents that I'm working on setting up, or the neighbors, I should say. The one thing that's not on here for project updates is 235 River Road. We just closed on that loan. So that was a big win, because that was kind of a long process.
Thank you for taking care of attorney business. Now I have nothing to say.
I'm sorry, I didn't see anything more.
Which was
I think it's
235, is that one of those zone projects?
No. Go ahead, Scott.
No, 235 is Andrew Romanowski, and right in North Tonawanda.
It's Old Metzger's property.
Oh, okay.
So that's a $2.8 million loan. So that will be good. I mean, they're doing some field work now, but they haven't started most of it. But keeping tabs on them. So that's
Okay.
So that's all I
We
have
have to wait, I guess.
for the waiting. Yes. Anything else?
Is there anything else, Amy?
The only other thing is, I mentioned it to Andrea, and I don't know if anybody else heard me, but with the approval of the sub-grant, EPA has a competition out right now to apply for supplemental funding. So the most we can apply for is $800,000. It's competitive. I think across the country, there's not a lot of money, but the application's due on the 16th. And you had to meet certain thresholds, and with allocating this funding, we'll meet that threshold. That'll allow us to apply for that. So.
Okay. Scott, anything else?
Nope, just to mention that 235 River Road project closing occurred on February 18th, and that's off and running.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Rick, Andrea, anything at all?
Nope, nothing for me.
No, thank you.
Perfect.
And I don't know that we have a set date yet, right, for another meeting that'll kind of unfold as something happens, am I right?
Yeah, so at the latest, it'll have to be sometime in July, because that's when our budget has to be passed. But
Okay.
pending any other projects coming forward or any major issues, we probably won't have a meeting until July.
Okay then. Motion to adjourn.
Move.
Second.
Yep.
Andrews, are we okay?
All in favor, that's great. Okay, thank you all so much.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.